Vinita, hi Vinita, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
How are you all? How are you doing,
Sir?
Vinita? How are you? How's your mom? Is she okay now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Better, sir. Better.
Okay,
Thank
okay,
you.
okay. See, it got a little delayed as I was on a couple of back-to-back calls. So
It's okay, sir. It's all good.
yeah, possibly we could start off. And first of all, let me thank you for the
Yes,
review which you have posted. Okay, that's more an inspiration as an organization to proceed with further soft skills workshops. Okay, thank you very much.
yes.
Okay. Let me quickly share the screen, Vinita. Just give me a moment.
Okay, sir. Excuse me.
Are you able to see the screen, Vinita?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Let me open the document. Is the document visible now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Fantastic. We stopped at positivity, right?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Yeah. See, basically, any questions on this, especially this, which I'm highlighting now?
No, sir. No, sir.
Yeah. See, there are a few things which I would like to add with when it comes to professionalism. Okay. I
Okay,
would
sir.
like to add on a few things. Okay. Your composure.
Okay.
Second, your conduct, your mails. Then comes uh, your attitude. Then your receptive receptiveness. Then again comes your open to learning attitude. Okay, these are few things which actually I remembered. Okay.
Okay, sir.
See, I think there are more than this. In fact, to begin with, composure. See, when you talk about professionalism, it's purely to do with your how you behave or how your conduct is when it comes to your workplace. Correct? Professionalism is nothing but
Behavior.
your formal behavioral pattern. See, informal and formal. We all know what informal and formal is. Correct?
Yes, sir.
What's informal?
Yes, sir. Being casual.
Formal is opposite to informal. Being casual, correct. You're right. Being very casual, where you don't apply the business language. First thing, the business language is basically we all know it's English, correct. Irrespective of
Yeah.
the cultural background where you come from, professionalism importantly focuses on your uh, business language. One thing we've seen a lot of I've seen possibly I would say we have seen a lot of, you must have seen too, while you are working, that people talk in the local lingo. I'm sure that you must have.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
uh,
Yes.
Majority of the people do that. I would say that again, I wouldn't call it as professionally accepted language rather than English. Apart from English, anything comes under non-English, which is
Correct.
not formally used or accepted. When I say used, when it comes to uh, verbal, it's fine. When it comes to oral, it's fine. When you come to talking to people, it's still okay. But when it comes to, can you see this?
No.
When it comes to email communication, okay, email communication, basically you cannot communicate internally, that's within the organization, to your internal customers
Right.
and external customers. Who are internal customers, Vinita? Who do we call as internal customers? We know the term customers, right?
Yes, sir.
Then you must be wondering what is internal and
Internal,
external.
internal must be
Who are our Intel customers? Intel customers are employees of an organization, the set of people who you work,
Okay.
and
Okay.
it could be from the same department or from any other department. Okay, internal customers are the employees of an organization. Simple. It need not be only people from your process or only people from your department. It could be anybody from admin, it could be anybody from HR, anybody to do within the organization. We call them as internal customers.
Okay.
Excuse me. And external customers are our regular customers, who are outsourced customers who we actually talk to. Okay, or possibly
Yeah.
the customers who are our clients, who are uh, seeking our services, or possibly you know what outsourced is, right? I think we spoke about
Yes,
outsourced,
sir.
right?
Yes, sir. We spoke about this. Yes.
Yeah, we have outsourced customers and as well as captive customers. Okay, let me put it here.
Yeah.
What are captive customers? Who are captive customers, in fact? See, external customers are customers who are customers from outside the organization. Okay, for example, you are in a service industry. Assume that you are in a service industry. Okay,
Okay.
you call Airtel for any kind of problems, right?
Mm.
Or you call the Vodafone customer support for problems if you may have, or you call
Okay.
any other service provider. You call a 1-800 number. Usually we all do that, correct?
Yes, sir.
We
Yes.
all call the 1-800 number. What happens is when we dial the 1-800 number, it goes to the IVR, correct?
Mm.
So,
Yes, sir.
so you may have to key in certain digits or certain extension numbers, you know, provided by the IVR. When I
Okay.
say provided, it's an automated version of
Yes,
someone
sir.
talking, telling you if you have concerns with billing, press 2. If you have concerns with internet, Wi-Fi, press 3. You know, you have all of these options. So
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
what we normally do is we follow those instructions and we key in the numbers of the extension, correct? And once you key
Right.
the
Yeah.
number of the extension, you get to speak to a customer care executive,
Yes.
correct?
Yes,
So,
sir.
so you are an external customer there.
Okay.
So they are our external customers, seeking customers who are seeking our services for any kind of problems to be resolved. They call us, and they call Airtel, and these customers are the ones who have our services or products, correct?
Yeah.
So they are our captive customers. They are not outsourced customers. Outsourced customers are customers where, for example, I am working for a XYZ company. Okay, I'm working
Okay.
for an XYZ company, and that organization is an outsourced organization where they sign contracts for customers from outside to
Mm.
represent them in terms of customer support, or it could be in terms of backend, or it could be in terms of billing. And those are customers where they are called as outsourced customers. They are not, and the customers who call in are XYZ, not your customers, but a customer who you are representing. For example, you are a company called XYZ, you sign a contract with a company called
Okay.
ABC, okay? And you
Mm.
represent
Yeah.
ABC. You're not an employee of
Mm.
XYZ when you are talking to the customer. So you always
Okay.
represent the outsourced customer where they say that, I want the billing support from your side. So you represent you represent that customer. You are just an employee
Mm.
of XYZ, but you represent that customer since you are in that process. Similarly, there may be 4 or 5 processes like that run by one organization. So they are all outsourced clients. So they outsource
Okay.
their services to XYZ to help them with any kind of services or any kind of activities they want XYZ to do it for them. So they sign an MOU, they sign a contract, they sign a non disclosure agreement, and they would have a process outsourced to you so that you run the show for them. So those are outsourced clients.
Understood.
Captive clients
Okay.
are clients like customers calling in for tech support, customers calling in for customer support. For example, tech support. For example, assume IBM. So when you say IBM, they have their own captive customer base. When I say own captive customer base, it's IBM's customers. IBM customers are the ones who already have IBM's services or products, or they are customers from within where they are using our services and products. If they have a problem, they call the IBM support desk. So for me, those customers are my customers. They already have my services. They're calling me for support, so they are called as captive customers. So
Captive.
captive, yeah. So mails, it could be internal. You might have to communicate internally within the organization or within the department, or it could be for any kind of billing, or it could be for any kind of support from your manager, or for any kind of technical support. So you send emails, you communicate within the organization as an internal customer. So the language, business language for both of them, external and internal customers, are in English. So basically, business language in English has to be adhered. It is the only language which is accepted professionally. Because for my customers, I cannot have emails, scripted in Tamil, Telugu, or Kannada. I'm sure that we can't do that. So these are
Yes.
very, very important. You may talk to your internal customers, you may talk to your colleagues, you may talk to somebody from internally in your own language. That's your comfort zone. So we are not stopping that, but I would suggest, a lot of companies, 70% of the companies internally, they speak the local lingo. That's still okay. But bottom line, it's a mandate that when we are interacting with our external customers, the business language is always in English. Whether you like it or not, it is always in English. So your professionalism comes in when you send emails to customers internally. Internally is okay. We have a lot of internal mails. Have you anytime interacted with people from within? Their emails
Yes.
are more informal. I've seen a lot of people sending emails with informal verbiage. What's verbiage? Words. Okay, let me put that here. Have you heard this term?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. The verbiage what they use on emails internally is like most of the times they would use words like PFA, FYI, FYA. Have you seen these?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah. Please find attached for your information, for your action. And all of these, they are all short versions, or possibly I would say those are uh, uh, abbreviations also. See, abbreviations comes into the picture. For example, ASAP.
Yes.
Normally we use ASAP, which is a slang, as soon as possible. And some people have a bad habit of signing off by saying thank you. Have you seen them? And they sign off the email by saying thanks. And some people have a bad habit of doing this. Have you seen them? Thanks is not
Yes. Yes.
accepted. Thanks is really not accepted. Rather, thank you. You need to be a little full. You please do not use abbreviations. Okay. Abbreviations are used predominantly in tech support centers. For example, ISP. Okay. ISP. ISP is a technical word. There are certain abbreviations which is allowed when it comes to tech support, and when you are using when you're talking to customers, when you're resolving the technical issues, ISP can be used. And abbreviations, please, I've seen a lot of people using PFA. PFA is please find attached. Basically, which is
Yes.
which is a shorter version of please find attached, which is not acceptable. I've seen a lot of people using it. Big people, like big managers, they use it. But I would suggest you, if in case you start working, please avoid this. You'd rather put it as please find attached in full. There's no
Right.
harm.
Yes.
Yeah. And
Yes.
for your information, these are all forwards. Most of the FYIs are all forwards. They'll just forward the mail. They say FYI. Have you seen them?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
These are all short versions. It's more or less like SMSs. What's SMS? What's a full form of SMS? Short messaging services, correct?
Yes.
These are similar to that, and these are all called as jargons. I would put it under the category as jargons. Jargons, slangs. For example, when I say slangs, what are slangs? Any idea? What are slangs? Or
Excuse me.
yeah, sure.
So, informal language, sir?
What are slangs? What are jargons? Jargons and slangs are the same. I've told you. I think I remember. Yup. Yeah.
An expression or
See, these are words which are informally used, which is not a part of the diction. Yeah, slangs ASAP. Even that's a slang. I would put it as a slang. Then some people,
there's IMO.
sorry,
There's IMO.
yeah, IMO, and we use the slangs like LOL also, right?
Yes. So
ROFL,
that's outdated.
yeah, but people still use ROFL, LOL, okay, and people also use the word called okay. These are all slangs. It's just okay. See, these are all slangs. These are all jargons, which is not a part of the diction. Okay, yup. And people also use the word called words like nope.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they use the word called yo. Have you seen them?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, these are I use all of these slangs. I use this, but not during my formal communication with
Okay.
with my clients. I don't do that. Most of us use it, so I cannot be formal with each and every Tom, Dick, and Harry. Correct? I cannot be
Correct.
I cannot be very formal with my wife. I cannot be very formal with my friends. I cannot say I can't use slangs or jargons. Jargons and slangs are predominantly used for informal usage, which is really not accepted in the professional world or during your professional conversation with uh, uh, with your peers, with the customers. Professionally, I would say I would just put it in one sentence. These are the words which are really not accepted in the professional world. Or I would say those are all taboos. You know what taboo is, right? You know what
Yes,
are
sir. Yes.
taboos. These are all I would put it as taboos.
Yes.
Yeah, taboos which is really not to be used in uh, your communication at the formal level. So mails, I've seen a lot of people using this. Okay, and thanks. I've seen a lot of people using THNX also. THNX, which is really not used. THANKYOU and REGARDS, regards. I've seen people signing off like this even for internal customers. See, when you do that, it reflects how professional you are. Any formal communication should have that punch. You should see, basically you should get into the act of killing people in your language or possibly impressing people in your language. When they look at your emails, they should get an impression that who this guy is or who this girl is.
Yeah.
They will be curious to know who this guy is. Oh my god, this bugger's email is like superb. And to the point, let's not beat around the bush on emails. To the point, and make sure that you add a flowery language. When I say flowery language, soft skills. Yeah, I'll teach you emails also. Possibly there are a few sentences which the younger generation does not want to use, or possibly I would feel sorry for them because they do not know. You got what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Because the kind of exposure they get from the managers, you learn from your managers, you learn from the organizations where you work. See, any organization you work, we have something called as a learning which happens to everybody.
True.
What you excuse me, see, anybody for that matter, you can rate his professionalism or rate his language just looking at the way he is drafted an email and the choice of words. And importantly, choice of words makes an impact when you're sending an email. I have seen a lot of people, okay, I've seen a lot of people, say that please send that, or send the document soon. I've seen a lot of people. See, how does a sentence sound? It sounds rude, correct?
Yes.
I feel sorry for such people because they do not know. I won't get wild, but rather I feel sorry for such characters where they say I sent the document soon. Rather, to be polished, request you to share the document
Right.
on priority. Thank you. Simple, correct? Use the customer's name, use the person's name. Let me quickly draft out an email and I'll show it to you. That's it. If I'm talking to the person for the first time, or possibly since I already know the person, or if in case I'm talking to the person for the first time, I would say, hi Vinita, greetings. Correct?
Right. Yeah.
I request you to share the whatever document you want to say. Say thank you. Okay. Thank you. And I usually don't use regards. I'm not that kind. I I use best Madan, simple. And my designation when I am sending the mail for the first time, please remember,
Right.
I use the word greetings. I don't see many people of this generation use this. Or
Yes.
possibly you can
Sure.
also say good morning or whatever. A timely greeting or good evening, right? I wouldn't do all of these. I'm not the one who can do all of these. I straight away say greetings. Some people have a habit of saying greetings for the day,
Okay.
which is wrong English. Okay?
Okay.
It's just greetings. I request you. I would request you. I wouldn't say request you. I would. See, there's a difference between I would request you to share. See, I'm sounding polite in. See, even though when I request, this word itself is polite.
Right.
Yeah. This is not a question. Please remember. This is not a question. It's a statement. I've seen some people, putting it in an email like this. Can I get the? Can you please? Can you? They don't even use please. Can you share the?
Yeah. Right.
Have you seen them?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Can you share the XXS document? They don't even have the decency to say thank you. This can be a one-liner also. Have you seen this? Are the people?
Yes.
It
Yes.
can be a
Yes.
one-liner also. I've seen a lot of people, poor guys here. Can you share the document? No sign off, no hi, nothing. But bottom line, this the format indicates how professional you are. And you got a key in your designation when you're sending the mail for the first time. Because when you send the mail for the first time, the other person should know who you are. And this indicates who you are. You could be a program manager. Okay. It could be a program manager. Just give me a moment. Yeah. It could be a program manager and the entity you work. Your uh, you can use the word handphone rather than saying cell phone. Okay. Cell phone is a commonly used word. Handphone is predominantly US. Have you seen people putting this hand phone? Have you seen them?
No, sir.
Yeah, they use this. I use this. And people
Okay.
might question, the phone is in the hand. See, basically, they don't understand what I'm trying to convey. A cell phone or a mobile phone, you gotta put it with your +91.
Okay.
Why 91? Because if you are interacting with somebody out of India,
Correct.
okay, but make it a practice to put +91. Anybody can, get an access to your thing, and this is basically, and this is not accepted. Okay, I would request you to share. I would say, good morning, hi Vinita, greetings. I would request you to share the access document on priority. Thank you. On priority is what? This is a high importance mail. So such priorities, basically, you're trying to tell him that I need it on an urgent basis. Some people use the word urgently. I've seen it, I want this. Can you please share the XXX document urgently? What the heck, here? Urgently is what, man? It's not the right kind of language. I can gauge a person just by looking at a person's email. Okay. And this is just a thank you. Okay. The next mail, if he or she sends the email, okay, okay, you don't have to follow this process. It's not an issue. Okay. You can straight away say, you can use the name. You can use the name and say, thank you. Okay. No, you don't have to say thank you for sharing the document, because it's common sense, right? This is a follow-up. It's a trail mail. We call it a trail mail. Okay. We say thank
Right.
you, or if you also are a little communicative, you can say thank you for sharing document. Okay. Shall bother you for any I may seek. Okay. Simple.
Yes.
Saw that?
Yes.
Did you see that?
Yes.
Yeah, the next emails, you don't need to put all this crap. And some people, you may have seen, they would have automated the signature. Have you seen them?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's actually, crazy, because every email you send, that will be adding on. So I would not
Correct.
suggest, but rather
Okay.
you can say this is a response. If the person sends it, possibly I would say, or if this could be formal, or you can have another option. You can just say in one liner, thank you. Thank you for sharing the doc. This could be one liner also. Okay.
Okay.
You can just say thank you for sharing the document. One liner. Shall bother you for any minutes. Okay. You can use this version also. Why are we using this, Vinita? Any idea? See, this indicates that the conversation is not over, correct?
Correct. Correct.
That means you share the document. If there are anything or any clarification with respect to the document, you got to get back to them. That's what you're trying to say here. Shall bother you for any clarifications I may seek.
Right.
Okay. Bother is what? Disturbing you.
Yes.
So thank you for sharing the document. This is a one-liner where you can use this also. I'm using this.
Okay. Okay.
And that is to indicate that, hey, look, boss, you share the document, I understand. But if there is anything I want to check, or if I want to clarify, I'm going to bother you. This
Right.
conversation is a continuous one. It's still not closed.
Right.
It is in your hands to close the conversation, or you can just leave it like that if everything is okay. Okay. You can do this. These are there are different versions, Vinita. There are different versions of email. See, I used to train people on email writing skills also. Okay.
Okay.
I used to do this because email writing skills. See, email etiquette is different, correct?
Right. Right.
Etiquette is different. So what's etiquette? It's a pattern, correct?
Right.
Etiquette is nothing but a pattern or a guideline,
Mm.
or it could be a format also, correct?
Mm.
You cannot say, you cannot start the email by telling that best mother and use all this. We have a pattern, right?
Yeah.
See,
Yes.
we
Yes.
follow a guideline. We follow a format. See,
Mm.
etiquette. Everybody does that etiquette stuff. Everybody is good in etiquette. But what about the language?
Right.
What about the language, and what about your being very polite and courteous? See, basically, you need to be very polite and courteous.
Mm.
Have you seen some good emails anytime?
Rarely, sir.
I've seen a lot of emails. I've seen some excellent emails. Those
Mm.
are the emails where I actually used to admire, and I started following their format. To tell you honestly, I'm not Shakespeare. No one's born Shakespeare.
Mm.
And all of these, believe me, all of these, it's not British.
Mm.
You can say will bother you or shall bother you,
Mm.
but shall is more polite,
Yes.
right? So this is a pattern. See, everyone's following a pattern. Yeah, I agree. Everyone following a pattern. Some people, see, you see the difference in this email. It's all left aligned. Have you seen that?
Yes, sir.
And there's no
Yes.
space in between.
Correct. Correct.
Yeah, I don't do that because it's an Americanized way of not leaving a space. Because if it's a lengthy email, that will go for 2 pages with the space.
True. True.
Okay, and everything is left aligned. I've seen a lot of people, doing this. Okay, every line they'll have a space. Have
Mm.
you seen them?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's kind of crazy. See how lengthy it goes. Look at the space it's occupying. Have you seen
Right.
this
Mm.
format?
Yes, sir. I have.
Yeah. So I would advise you, it's again your choice. I would advise you to follow
Mm.
the left align, okay? And don't leave a space. This is more
Mm.
an Americanized way of sending an email. But yes, you need to segregate the paragraphs, segregate the line.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm.
You can say thank you for sharing the document, or you can just say thank you also. You don't need to put this if in case you want to be very very condensed. You know what condensed is?
Yes, sir. Yes.
You can use this like how I'm using this. So it again depends on how you utilize your choice of words. You can say
Right.
choice of words again. It sounds polite and courteous. See, anybody will share information when you are very very polite. Correct?
True. True.
They'll not question you why. Please remember that.
Right.
Or if you've already spoken to that person, if assume that before the email we have already spoken to that person, okay,
Mm.
you can start the email by saying this has or this is.
Mm. Right. Yes. Okay.
Telephonic discussion. Don't say discussion over the phone. It sounds a little weird. Okay. This has reference to a telephonic discussion. I don't use isn't. I use only
Mm.
has. This has reference to a discussion, telephonic discussion, or if in case you want to use this has reference to our discussion over the phone.
Mm.
Okay. I would request you. This is reference to our discussion of the phone. I would request you to share the relevant document on priority. But subject line, again, when you send an email, Subject line makes an important impact. What is the subject line? It's nothing but the intent of the mail, correct? When you say intent of the
Yeah.
mail, you can name the document. You're
Mm.
asking
Yes.
for
No.
a document. So you can say, let me take this off. Requisition hyphen the document name. Okay,
No.
simple. So this is basically the intent of the email. So when he looks at the subject, he'll get to know what is there in
What?
the email.
No.
Yeah, sorry.
No. No, sir. No.
Yeah. So requisition document name. That means you are requesting this guy or the recipient to share the
Mm.
document.
Yeah.
Okay. I usually use the word request. Requisition. I don't use the say request. Requisition is a fine term. It's nothing but
Mm.
a verb.
So,
Requisition hyphen document. Yeah. Or possibly if you say requisition, leave, October, the leave date, if you're applying for leave, 30 and 31st. Do not forget to put 2023.
mm.
This is while you are requesting for leave. Okay.
Mm.
The capitalization should be perfect. Please remember that. The
Yes.
capital, you know what capitalization is, where you need to
Yes.
apply the capital letters. So this is basically you're requesting the requisition, or possibly you can also say leave requisition also. That's also fine.
Mm.
Okay. Even this is fine. So the subject line indicates that you are sending an email for for requesting for a leave on these dates. Because you know why? It's easy to pick this email from the send items or from the inbox.
Correct.
Are you getting what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
It
Yes.
makes life easier rather than, if you want to check this email, or possibly if you want to,
Mm.
if something goes wrong tomorrow, they say that no, you have not sent a mail. Then you
Mm.
have this in the subject line, simple as that. It will
Yeah.
reflect in the email box, correct?
Correct.
You can search and you can get this.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah. And this is basically for a leave requisition. Again, when you talk about leave requisition, let me take this off. I'll add another one here. See, emails are a, an arena where you can play around. Okay,
Mm.
if you are good at language, and people will not counter question you when you are good in emails. They would rather come running to you and ask what's that email all about, because they don't want to get caught.
Yeah. Yeah.
You got what I'm saying, right? So,
Yes.
possibly the only thing I would say is they would come running to you because they're not able to match your language, number one, and they would not know how
Mm.
to respond to your email. And secondly, thirdly,
Right.
they would not want to get into trouble. Email is a document, right?
Correct.
It's a document. So this is for requisition for a document.
Mm.
Document name. Mention the document name. Okay. This is for requesting something internally, or even for the customers also you can use the same format, because this sounds formal. This
Correct. Correct.
shows, this actually indicates your class. This indicates your professionalism. This indicates how formal you are, and this also indicates that you're following the protocol of sending an email. And thank you, you can put it here also. Okay. Don't put an exclamatory marker. Don't do this. No
Okay.
exclamatory mark. Okay. Just a full stop. Then if the person says set, if the person just shares the email, shares the document, even if he's not able to forget it, just say thank you, shall bother you for any clarifications I may seek or I may have. It can be one of them.
True. Yeah.
I may have. That means you're telling that boss, look, you sent the document. I haven't checked it. If suppose I have any doubts, I'm going to bother you. So you are leaving him in a state of confusion. You got what I'm saying? And also
Yes.
you're making sure that you are not saying that the document is perfect in this sentence
Correct. Correct.
because you have
Correct.
not checked it. So that's the reason you're playing safe, telling that I shall bother you for any clarifications I may have. See, emails are where you can play around with people's psychology. Do you know that? You can make them wonder, you can make them, you can confuse them also. It depends on how you put it across. If you are good in emails, believe me, they'll not even come and talk to you. They'll never ever come and talk to you. Okay. Now, going back to this leave requisition. Okay. A leave requisition email. I'll help you how to draft it. You want me to draft it, Vinita?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Uh, you can use the word dear also if it's a manager. Okay. And subject line has to be here. There are some people who put the subject line in the email also. Have you seen them?
Yes.
Have you seen people putting the subject line here? It is wrong.
Yes.
Very long. If you've already spoken, this has reference to our. This can be personal or telephonic discussion.
Okay.
Okay. There's no telephonic discussion. You can also put it as telephonic discussion if you have spoken to the person over the phone.
Okay.
Discussion regarding my leave request. Okay. I shall be thankful if you could if you could avail me leaves for the mentioned dates and oblige.
Okay.
You got it?
Yes.
Yeah. You don't need to put greetings because you already know that guy. You know your manager.
True.
Okay. And
Yeah.
when you're marking, you can mark your HR also. If the manager is okay, if the manager might tell, because the HR should be wanting your absence for the payroll.
Correct.
Correct? Or
Correct.
you can say this is reference to a telephonic discussion, or you can say this is reference to a discussion yesterday or today, whatever, regarding my leave request. I shall be thankful if you could avail me leaves, or if you could approve my leaves, approve my leaves for the mentioned dates and oblige. Make sense? For the mentioned dates, where is it mentioned? It's mentioned here. You don't have to again put it here
Yes. Yes.
because your subject
Yes.
line, sorry, your subject line says it all.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, your subject line, it says it all. You need to be a little, see, these are all called as formal emails where there is no stone unturned. The other person should not find any flaw in your email, any flaw in your
Right.
thoughts, any flaw in your interpretation. Okay, here you are safe. Like requisition for the dates. You don't need to put it as Wednesday, Thursday, not required. Okay.
Right. Right.
and you don't need to put a greeting also. Okay, I shall be thankful if you could approve my leaves for the mentioned dates and oblige. That means you already spoken to him. All you need is an approval. This is an approval email. Okay,
Right.
got it? This
Yes, sir.
cannot be a one-liner. You cannot say that I spoke to you. I've seen a lot of people putting in one-liners. They don't even say dear. They don't even say hi. It's a mandate. It's a professional way of drafting an email in the prescribed professional format. Simple as that.
Right. Right.
Okay. These are a few emails in. See, I had an opportunity to train people at Standard Chartered Bank. You know Standard Chartered Bank, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, a set of people who are all data analysts.
Mm.
Okay, when I say data analysts, they are good in their work. They are excellent in data analysis. Unfortunately, we cannot expect a data analysis to have a fantastic language. He's not a language specialist. So I've been there for training a set of 25 people, 20, 26 people or something, in Bangalore. Okay, Standard Chartered Bank. And I had an opportunity to train them on emails. And all of them, I gave them a format, I gave them a situation. I gave them a situation. I told them, hey, look, guys, assume that I'm a manager, okay, and you are asking, or possibly you want leaves for 2 or 3 days. You are sending me a email seeking leaves for the specific dates you want. So I need everyone to write it in a piece of paper and give it to me. Okay, I could find different people with different formats. One guy says, I want leave for October 30, 31st. Please grant. Thank you. See, he is intentionally not rude, but that's the way his language is.
Right. Right. Right.
And there were a lot of situations. Then I told them, come out with situations. What's that you do? See, basically they don't do not they interact with emails only with PFAs. They send the document, they send the file, attach the file and send it across. Okay.
Okay.
So I had to literally teach them complete writing skills, and they were actually uh, a little ignorant about etiquette also. See, it's only etiquette, it's not etiquettes. Okay. They were ignorant
Yes.
about the
Yes.
efficacy of writing an email. But bottom line, when I say efficacy, you definitely, if you're not knowing, possibly we'll have to train them. And I got an opportunity to train out of the. I gave them templates like how I'm giving it, how I'm drafting it now.
Right. Right. Right.
These are all templates. And one guy, he also asked the template, sir, can you give me a resignation template? Okay. And I told him, boss, I'll talk to you separately and I'll give you a resignation template. Then he told me, no, it's just not that. If suppose I want to resign, I need an email. You know,
Right. Right.
so I had to give them a resignation template also. Then the guy who actually was coordinating with me, I told the coordinator, see, these people, they wanted emails for various situations, and they also wanted an email for resignation. Please don't assume that I'm trying to drive them to send a resignation email. So we had to train them on every aspect of email. These are email writing skills.
Right. Right.
Okay. And suppose if you are sending a resume, okay,
Yeah.
to a company or a consultant, okay, for a job. Okay. There's another format. You need to be very, very formal, okay, kind attention, the name of the person, HR department, okay, HP, This is very, very formal. It's from the books.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Assume that the name is Kiran.
Okay.
Okay. And this has to be in full. No Mr. Just Kiran Kumar.
Okay. Okay.
Or it could be Geeta Agarwal, whoever, whatever.
Mm.
Geeta Kumar, a last name. HR department, kind attention. Kiran Kumar, okay.
Mm.
HR department, HP Bangalore. Okay. Dear Kiran or Hi Kiran. Sounds okay.
Mm.
Dear or Hi Kiran.
Okay.
Okay. You can use the first name, not a problem.
Okay.
See, here you cannot say Mr. or Miss because you do not know the gender. Please remember that.
Okay.
Kiran can be a guy or Kiran can be a girl also.
Okay.
No, Kiran is a unisex name.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Even if it is Suresh, just say hi, Suresh.
Okay.
Okay. If you have already spoken to that person, assume that if you have already spoken to that person. Okay.
Mm.
Greetings. Okay. Thank you for your time over the call. Okay.
Mm.
Please find attached a detailed resume for, or please attach my profile, a detailed profile,
Okay.
a detailed profile, or detailed or my profile, detailed profile for your reference. I would be, if you could, if you could avail me with an opportunity, with an opportunity at HP. I'd be thankful if you could avail me with an opportunity at HP. Right? Kindly call or revert for any clarifications you may seek. Thank you for your time over the call. Please find attached a detailed profile for your reference. Please find attached my detailed profile. Okay. I'd be thankful if you could avail me with an opportunity at HP. Okay. HP. I would be thankful if you could avail me with HP. I'd be thankful if you could avail me with sorry, I stand corrected here. I would be thankful if you could avail me with a career opportunity at HP. Kindly call or revert for any clarifications you may seek. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you and have a wonderful day ahead. Best. Your full name, then your henceforth. You don't need to put in your email address. Or if you have a blog or if you have a website, you can mention it down below. This is a very formal way of sending an email. Okay, just let me highlight that. Just give me a moment. Or another way is, okay, you don't need all of these, not required. Okay, is another version.
Mm.
Dear Kiran, straight away, dear Kiran. Okay, greetings. Thank you for your time over the call. Please find attached blah blah blah. I'd be thankful if you could avail me with the care opportunity to HP. Kindly look for any clarifications you may have. This. You don't need to use all of this. Can you see? Can you see the screen,
Yes.
Vinita?
Yes.
Yeah. This is being too very formal, and this is also
Mhm.
formal, but a little informally formal. Thank you. But
Okay.
first thing is you got to tell that thank you for your time over the call. Or you
Mhm.
can also say this has reference to a discussion.
Right. Right.
This has reference to our telephonic conversation yesterday or today or a
Mhm.
while ago.
Okay.
A while ago is what? Just before writing the email, you must have spoken to that guy.
Mhm. Right.
Okay. This has reference to telephonic conversation today, a while ago. Telephonic conversation or telephonic discussion, whatever.
Mhm.
Discussion today. That means if you're spoken in the morning, if you're sending an email after 2 3 hours,
Mhm.
or if
No.
you, yeah, if you're sending an email immediately after speaking to the person, excuse me, a while ago. Yeah.
Okay.
Sure. After that, I would like to. Very important. After this, this follows. This has reference to telephonic conversation or discussion a while ago or today. I would like to thank you for your time over the call. See, this is basically being anybody will respond, anybody will actually look through your email. And whether you got a job or not, you're sounding good over the email.
Mhm.
Okay, then after that, you
Right.
say, please find attached, please find my detail profile attached along here with for your professional reference. You can use the word professional also. Okay, this is another way of putting an email. Are you following, Vinita?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah. Sure, you can put a spacing here. I would be thankful if you could avail me with the career opportunity at HP and oblige. Yes. I'd be thankful if you could avail me with the career opportunity at HP and oblige. Kindly call or revert for any clarifications you may seek. See, I'm asking you one thing. Is this correct? Some people use revert back.
I was I, I was thinking of this the moment you tried to revert.
Yeah. Some people use this. Is this correct?
Yes, sir. No, sir. It's not.
I've seen big time people, big managers doing this.
Yes.
Revert
Yes.
back is wrong
But
English. Revert
yes.
itself is respond. Okay.
Mhm.
Revert back is wrong. So
That.
many people do that. I've seen a lot of people say revert back.
Yes.
So no revert back. Revert back is wrong English. So you say, I would be thankful if you could avail me with a career opportunity at HP or whatever company and oblige. Kindly call or revert for any clarifications you may seek. Revert is on email. Please remember that.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah. Your full name, then your phone number. When you say full name, no initials, avoid initials. Some people
Okay.
put the initials also. So no
Okay.
initials, just the first and the last name.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, thank you and have a wonderful day ahead. This is a very polished way of approaching the HR with your resume. If you have already spoken
Right. Right.
over the phone, okay. And there's another one, version 3. I'll give you version 3, okay.
Okay. Okay.
So version 3 is basically you've not spoken to the HR, you're shooting an email just by getting the person's email address, or possibly you find those details on some portal, or you find those job requirement on the portal. Okay, and this one, okay, I forgot the name. Hang on. This needs subject line, a subject line which is catchy.
Okay.
Yeah, you have to put in the role. Just this. Don't put anything else.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Or you can do this also.
Okay.
Okay, journalist or whatever. Don't say for the role. It's common sense that you're sending it for. You're sending it to the HR. This
Yeah.
matters
Yeah.
for them. This matters most. For which role you're
Right.
applying. Some people have seen
Yeah.
applying for role. They'll put it as like as if they're talking. But
Mm.
unfortunately,
Yeah.
they are ignorant, so they do it. And every subject line should have this. And don't put it say that con call. Some people used to say reference to the con call.
Mm.
They'll not put this. It makes no sense because that guy will not even open the email.
Mm.
Hope you're getting what I'm
Right.
saying, Vinita.
Yes. Yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah. So this is basically subject line is the role you are applying. I see. I used to train those business analysts on all of these things. They're like dumbos, but they are good in. They're all MSc statistics. Statistics is a difficult subject, and you know
Yes, sir.
what a business analyst's role is to, work on data, just data. So we cannot expect excellent English or even an English where that person is good at. No. So
Mm.
I used to give, I have given them templates. I think I must have given them about 16, 17 templates. Even today, some people are in touch with me.
Okay.
I'm talking about when is that? 2004 or something.
It's a long
Now,
time.
yeah, now so many people have become big time people in Standard Chartered Bank. They moved on. They're still in touch with me. They said that, Madan sir, how are you? I said, then the first thing I asked them is, how are your emails now? you know
Mm.
then they say that, Madan sir, what is this? So it's almost 20 years now, you still asking? I said, boss, I trained you on emails, man. I said, are you practicing it?
Mm.
Then
Mm.
one guy says that I still have your templates. I said, you still using the templates, that means you're not having anything in your vocabulary.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
basically, your vocabulary and the situation for what you're applying, the intent of the email is here. Your subject indicates the intent of the email. See, when you are putting this to an HR, that means you are making the role, the HR's job easy by not checking the email fully. He'll just say, "Oh my God, business analyst, hey, come on, let me check the profile." He'll not even look at it.
Yeah.
Okay. Some people, they put a big detail telling that I've been working in the organization. I have a 20 years experience in the email. No, it is not advised. See, when you say a detailed profile, what do you mean by detailed profile? It has everything, right?
Yes.
You don't need to mention. Or if you have find something on the job portal, assume that you find something on the job portal. Okay, this is version 4, right?
Yes.
The whole thing will change here because you've never spoken to them, correct?
Correct. Correct.
Yeah, this has reference to your job alert for the role of a business analyst. Yeah. Okay. This is reference to job alert on Naukri. for the role of a business analyst or for the mention for the role mentioned above. Sure. I'm going to say above. It's your, what's above? This. Got it?
Right.
Some people, they say that this has reference to a job alert or Naukri for the role of a business analyst, or some people would say that this has reference to a job alert for the role mentioned in the subject. Not required. You don't need to. He'll get it. He'll get this. You can use this, but don't forget to use this. This has to be there. This is a reference to job alert or Naukri for the role of a business analyst. Okay. Please find, or you can say, please find attached a detail, a soft copy of my detailed resume or profile for your records. It can be for your records or it can be for your reference. Okay, it can all of these is the same. Please find attached blah blah blah, or you can also say one minute. You can use this also. Okay, attaching here with, you need to have a comma here. Attaching here with a soft copy of my detailed resume for your, but this sounds more polite, correct?
Yes.
Because you're using this. You can use this also, not a problem, but that sounds a little more polite. Then you tell them, I would be thankful if you could help me with the career, blah blah. Kindly call or revert for any clarifications you may have. This is for a job role where you have not spoken to the person, okay? Or this is you're trying to refer to a job alert on Naukri. Here you're putting the job. You have some. You'll be having some reference numbers, right?
Yes. Yes.
Reference number. So this is version 4. So there are, how many versions do you have? 3, is it? 1, 2,
This is the fourth
3,
one.
and 4th version. See, you can use any. This is basically not for somebody who has not spoken to the HR. So let's use version 4 now. Okay, I'll give you version 5 also. Assume that the HR has sent you a mail. They would have shortlisted your profile and they would have sent a mail telling that you've been shortlisted. Are you getting what I'm saying?
Yes. Yes.
This is a different situation scenario. So what do? You don't need to put the subject because they already have sent an email with the subject, correct?
Yes.
So if you respond to them, it will go as like this, correct?
Yes.
The subject line will change automatically if you're responding. Okay. So here, what do? Here, the intent, the body of the language changes. Okay. Thank you for validating my profile for the role of or you don't have to say for the role because you would have sent a mail telling that you've been shortlisted for the role of a business analyst. Vinita, are you following what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes.
He or she would have sent shortlisted. He said that you've been shortlisted for the role of business analyst. So you're acknowledging, telling that thank you for validating my profile for the role. Simple as that. What's validating? Shortlisting. Or you can use the word shortlisting also. Okay, thank you for shortlisting my profile for the role, or shortly, thank you for validating my profile for the role. Attaching here with, or you can say please find attached. Please find attached a soft copy of my detailed resume for your reference. Did you get it?
Yes, sir.
Shortlisting. So thank you for shortlisting my profile for the role, or thank you for validating my profile for the role. Don't say thank you for sending the email. Some people I've seen, because they don't know. Be very, see, when they look at your email, they should call you for an interview, Vinita. Simple as that.
Right. Right.
Whether you have experience or whether you're skilled, that's actually secondary. Your email should be striking. They should call you for an interview. Okay, dear Kiran, greetings. Thank you for shortlisting or validating my profile for the role. Attaching herewith, or please find attached a soft copy of my detailed resume for your records. I would be thankful if you could avail me with a career opportunity at HP and oblige. Kindly call or revert for any clarifications you may seek or you may have, whatever. Thank you and have a wonderful day. Shall await for your, here, you can say, shall await your response in this. Okay. This is an additional sentence. Here, you're already been shortlisted. Please remember.
Yes, sir.
But here, you're not. The other versions. You're
Right.
applying. You're applying.
Right.
Okay. So this is basically version 4, where you're getting an email from the HR, or you get an email from a consultant. See, consultants also send mails to aspirants, right?
Yes, sir.
Job aspirants. So then you can say that thank you for you can use the same thing even for the consultant. Okay. For the consultants, don't use this because you don't know which company is setting up the interview.
Right. Right.
I hope you're understanding, Vinita.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So here you're not using the company's name because you are uncertain about the company, because he or she would not reveal the company's name in the first email. Only when they set up an interview, only then they'll say that, hey, look, I have set up an interview with HP. Tomorrow you have to be there at 1 o'clock. Only then he will give you the address.
True. True.
Okay. So here, I'd be thankful if you could avail me with a career opportunity. It can be with any XYZ. At HP's, you're particularly assigning it for the company. I would be thankful if you could avail me with a career opportunity and oblige. That's for a consultant. Okay. These are different versions of sending in an email. This is you already shortlisted. Please remember.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. You are acknowledging the mail from a HR or an email from a consultant for the guy seeking your, he's telling you that you've been shortlisted.
Right.
And he will ask, also would say that please share your resume. He'll not just, some people would say please share your resume. Some people would say please share an updated version of your resume. Correct?
Right. Right. Right.
Here, then you can also use to say that, you can use this sentence also. Okay. please find attached means an updated version. Got it now?
Yes, sir.
Attaching here with, or please find attached an updated version of my detailed resume or profile for your records. But I would suggest you to use this word updated when you're sending an email. That means you're trying to tell that
Okay.
guy, look, that these are the details what I'm sending you to you are the recent ones. See, you can play around with words if you think you can. You can experiment
True.
it also. You need not be scared. But bottom line, you need to be polite. That's all. Right? I'll be thankful if you could avail me with a career opportunity at blah blah. Kindly revert for any clarifications you may seek. Shall await your response in this regard. Thank you and have a wonderful day. Don't you think this resume will strike an impression in the minds of a person who's reading it? It does.
Yeah.
Yeah. They will acknowledge. They have to acknowledge. This mail is so, what to say? What do I put it across? It catches the eye of anybody who's reading the email, and it creates an impression so that the other person is prompted to acknowledge or prompted to respond.
Yes.
These are 4 versions. I'll share
Five,
this.
sir. Five.
5 versions, is it okay? I'll share this document to you. Okay, I'll put it on a different word.
Okay,
Okay,
sir.
and these are writing skills, Vinita, and these are the formats you can follow because I see these are all Americanized format and choice of words. It's basically please do the needful. You have seen, no? Kindly do the needful.
Yes.
Please do the needful. It's purely British. It's outdated now. Shall await your response. Some people will say, I'll wait for your response. Await and wait is all the same.
Yes.
Await is a better word than I'll wait for your response. It's all the same. Await for is also wrong. Just give me a moment. Await your response. There's that. Version 5, right?
Yes.
Yeah, shall await your response. Yeah, I'm right here. Await for is wrong. Await your response. Await is nothing but wait for.
Yes.
These are different versions of an email. This is basically for a person who's applying for a job with various circumstances or various situations. Okay.
Right.
Any questions, Vinita? Any questions on the emails? I'll give you more situational based, but you need to ask me, you need to give me the situation and I'll draft an email and send it to you. Okay. Let me quickly put this on a document. Hang on.
Okay, sir.
See, writing emails is also a skill. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Just give me a moment. Or possibly I'll give it to you. I'll format it and give it to you because it's all half a zip.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
So those are writing skills. Etiquette. See, follow this format. Okay, this is left aligned. You must have seen it's a little different.
Yes.
A little different, and it looks short, and the person will not do it. He or she doesn't have to scroll much to read the email.
Right.
You may have seen small emails. It would have spread across 2 pages. Have you seen that?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
And
Yes.
you find a little kind of annoying to scroll down to see that there's nothing exciting about the email.
Right. Right.
You got what I'm saying, right? An
Yes, sir.
email,
Yes, sir.
when you
Yes.
send an email, it has to be, the other person should feel good, and he will also, what sometimes it so happens, they'll copy your format. Do you know that?
Yes.
They'll they'll copy your format. They do it in the organizations. I've seen people do it. They follow your format. They use your template. But fortunately or unfortunately, you will not see the template because they will not send that email to you.
Right. Right.
They'll send it to somebody else. But bottom line, choice of words, they cannot have a vocabulary like how you have, and they can use that as a template. Okay. But bottom line, apart from the template, if the other person has a different question, the whole thing is lost. You got what I'm saying?
Yes. 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 Sir. Yes.
Because they cannot maintain that kind of a classy language. They would be thinking, oh my God, now what do I do?
Right. Right.
Because they would have copy pasted your format, they would copy pasted your language, and the other person will think that the very first email, if the other person looks at anybody, will get impressed, and the other person also will come out with the same sophisticated language, where he or she who's copied the template and sent the email will not be able to handle that language when he has to respond.
Correct. Correct.
So can he come back to Madan, or can he come back to Vinita and ask you, hey, look, I've copied your template. Can you help me with the response? They can't do that.
Yes.
It's again, your language is always a skill. Please remember that, especially on emails.
Yes.
You can possibly play around on emails with the language.
Yes.
You
Right.
may you may sound you might you There are some people who I have seen, their speaking skills are not as good as their email language.
Right. Right.
They're good on emails, but fortunately, they would not be the same, or they would not be flawless when they are talking to people. When I say talking to people, their oratory skills will not match up with the language what they have it on emails. Some people will have excellent oratory skills, but their email format will be, haphazard. They'll not sound as good as they speak to people. So the emails and conversation, these are two different things. Please remember, if you are good at both, nothing like it.
Right.
But you need to practice, 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 and master the art, especially emails. When you are good in emails, people will never try to fiddle with you. You got what I'm saying?
Right. Yes. Sir. Yes. Yes.
They'll never try to play the fool around. Okay, they'll never try to play the role of a mischief monger. They'll never do that. They'll know, oh my God, this guy is dangerous.
Right. Right.
Or possibly they would think that I won't be able to match this guy's language, so let me stay quiet.
Correct.
Or possibly they would get into a complex thinking that, oh my God, this guy's email is like that. How do I respond? They'll start putting a response in a very, very simple fashion because they cannot match up. So they would like to remain in a simple fashion so that they would not get fiddled back again. You got what I'm saying?
Right.
Or
Right.
they would
Yes.
not
Sir.
want to take trouble with you. They would not want to, get themselves into trouble. So they become very
Right.
sober, and whenever they look at you, whenever they talk to you, they be very sober, because
Right.
your language is basically a tool where these guys, or possibly I would say it's a weapon where these guys would not be able to manage, handle, or respond in the same fashion.
Right.
So basically, email writing skills is an art. It comes with experience again. You just cannot be a master in email writing. Uh, just overnight you cannot. But bottom line, over the years, you will master the art of, convincing people over the emails and sending across sophisticated, fine emails to customers and as well as internally. Internally, also, I would suggest, I really would suggest you to follow the same format to sound more professional. It's just not a mandate that you need to use only this format only for external customers.
Right.
It applies. See, there's no harm in be sounding professional.
True. True.
You are creating a niche there. You know what NICH is?
Yes. Sir. Yes.
You heard the word niche?
Yes. Sir.
You're
Yes. Sir. Yes.
creating a niche. So the first thing is you're driving people into a complex, or possibly you're trying to tell people or communicate with people with your fine language. Some people would love your language and majority would not love.
Right.
they would not like your language. When I say not like your language, they are the ones who will not be able to match up with your language. புரியுதுங்களா?
Yes, sir. Got it.
They are shit scared,
Yes.
and they would not show it, rather would not tell you, but they definitely will have something within themselves telling that, hey, look, this girl has got a very nice language, very polished language, so let me not rub it in, or possibly I need to appropriately respond, or the other person will feel that my language is bad, so you actually pushing them into a complex. You're playing with the psychology of the recipient, simple as that. Hope you're getting what I'm saying, Vinita.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So what I shall do is I shall compile this, and I possibly will wind up on Monday.
Okay, sir.
Okay, we'll wind up on Monday. Today's day 8, right?
9, sir.
Okay, so we'll end up on Monday with all the clarifications, and you can come out with situations
Okay.
where you need
Okay.
emails. You can use all of these sentences. Okay, you can
Okay.
use all of these sentences. It is more to do with soft skills again.
Okay, sir.
Okay, don't you think all of these kinds of language will flatter anyone?
Yes, sir. Definitely.
It'll
Small feeling.
absolutely, it'll flatter, and even if the guy doesn't like you, he has to respond. He will have to respond, or he has to
Right.
acknowledge. He has to either do any of these. He has to acknowledge or respond to your emails. And if you are marking someone in the CC, you know what CC is? Carbon copy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Even that guy will be a mute spectator, or he's going to be a guy
Sorry.
who actually will be there as a witness to the conversation. So here the recipient is stuck. He cannot play around. He cannot be a mischief monger. He knows that there is someone watching, and also he knows that he cannot handle this email, or he cannot handle your language. Simple as that.
Right.
Okay. Any questions, Vinita?
No, sir. No.
Okay. I'll share this 4 versions. Okay, 4 templates.
Fine.
Okay. You can
Fine, yes, sir.
you can keep it as a template, and Monday
Sure.
possibly you can come out with a few more situations, and possibly we'll wind
Sure.
up. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Any questions, Vinita? Any questions? See, basically, we were talking about even this attitude, receptiveness, and all those things, which, all of a sudden we got this in between.
Yes,
Your
sir.
attitude to learn, your attitude, when it comes to attitude, basically how you behave with people is very important. And receptiveness is basically, it can be receptiveness when it comes to feedback. Very, very important. How you react, or I wouldn't say react, how you respond. How you respond to feedback, how you respond to new learning. And when I say open to learning attitude, basically it's again receptiveness, receptive to learning. Or I wouldn't say learning here, I would say receptive to change. It can be anything. It can be a process, it can be your manager, it can be a new organization. So you got to be receptive to change. See, open to learning. Open to learning is basically, that means you have to accept change and get into the system, and maybe you can make some changes there. Okay, these are the 6 things I possibly know. I'll share these also. Okay, and credibility is basically how good you are, whether people can take you as a person who is reliable. Manners, of course, I spoke about manners. Leadership and all these things, all we just have left with 4. We'll finish this on Monday. Okay, any questions, Vinita? Yeah. So shall we wind up? Was this useful to you?
Yes, sir. Definitely.
Yeah.
Because I haven't received mails of this sort even during my professional times, I would say, because it's all whatever you said a person shouldn't be doing, I've received mails of that sort, and I was forced to fit into that sort.
It's all
So,
one-liners. I've seen a
it,
lot of people sending one-liners
yes,
without a hi, Vinita, without thanks, without regards.
yes, sir.
See, after two email interactions, you can start off by one-liners because you already have built a rapport over the email, correct?
Right,
Every
right,
mail you don't have to say regards, regards, regards.
correct.
Yeah. But you have to, after one liner, you please do not forget to say thank you.
Yes, yes, definitely.
Okay. That means you're being very polite. After the one liner, you're being very polite there. And you can sign off by putting a hyphen like I told you.
Yes,
Okay. And no jargons, no abbreviations,
yes,
and
yes,
no informal words, like I said. So all of them, you got to put it for your informal usage.
yes, yes,
And you got to remember informal and formal. These are two situational based scenarios where you need to be a little conscious when you are on a conversation on a formal on a formal conversation. And subconsciously, yes, subconscious is basically informal.
right, right,
Okay, but formally you got to get out of the subconscious mode and become get into the formal mode, conscious mode, so that you know that you are very cautious in your choice of words.
right.
Okay, so shall we wind up for today, Vinita?
Sure.
Yeah. Just get to me on your doubts or any clarifications you may have. And regarding emails, you can still come out and ask me questions. If you need any templates, I
Okay,
can possibly help you out with templates.
okay, sir.
Okay, right then. We'll wind up. Okay, Vinita, thank you so much, and you have a great day and have a wonderful weekend. We'll catch up on Monday then.
Sure, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank
You
you once
too.
again. Thank you. Good day. Take care. Bye
Thank you.
bye.
Yes,
Bye,
sir. Thank
Vinita.
you.
Bye bye.
Yes, sir.